Hi everyone, Gruntle here, and this is my guide to legendary and unique weapons in Borderlands, the pre-sequel. This episode we're looking at the Nukem, which is a legendary rocket launcher manufactured by Torgue and returning from Borderlands 2. You can get this as a drop from Flame Knuckle, who is a one-time boss at the beginning of the game, or also respawns in the Holodome DLC. It will always be an explosive damage weapon, as Torgue weapons are always explosive, except for maybe a couple of exceptions. So if we look at it here, this is the skin, which looks pretty cool. It's an orange shiny thing with red hoses on the top and red bits everywhere. Looks quite cool. It also has a hazard looking symbol here, and that combined with the name and the way it fires are all referencing nuclear rockets, nuclear warheads. So I'll show you how it fires here just so you can get a demonstration. I'll see if I can get it through the little door space here. Basically it's going to arc up, down, and then it's going to explode in a mushroom cloud and a big explosion radius like a nuclear warhead thing. So we'll do that now. Kaboom! See? It did it! And then it's going to take ages to reload the weapon, and then I can shoot it again if I want to. So let's have another close-up look at it here. We can look at the red text. So name dropper, that's referring to people who drop in the name of important people into random conversation. And in this case it's referring to the name Nukem, which is a reference to Duke Nukem, which is a game made also by Gearbox, and the main character is Duke Nukem. So that is what that was all about. And onto the parts of this weapon. So right here we have the Torgue barrel, and that, not including this top bit here, it's the Torgue barrel. It's always going to spawn with a Torgue barrel, and basically that will increase the weapon damage by a lot, and it will also decrease accuracy, increase recoil, decrease reload speed, and decrease missile speed. So lots of debuffs, but a great increase in weapon damage. Here I've put on the Torgue grip on this, although it can have any other kind of grip, and that is to increase the reload speed of the, or kind of decrease the reload speed but increase the reload, I'm confusing myself. Increase the reload speed, decrease reload time, of course, while also decreasing weapon damage and decreasing magazine size, but the increased reload speed is what I want because this is quite high already. I want it to go quite a lot quicker. So yes, it's a better reload speed basically is what that's for. Moving on, we have the exhaust, and this is the Torgue exhaust, which is going to increase the weapon damage and decrease the fire rate of the weapon. So the increased weapon damage is quite nice, making it even more badass than it already is. Here we have the Torgue sight, and that is going to increase the accuracy of the weapon. I did put a Vladoff sight on here originally to try and increase the fire rate. However, the fire rate doesn't really matter with a magazine size of 2 because it consumes 2 ammo per shot. So basically, it's only going to be able to shoot once unless you're using, say, the loop glitch exploit, which means you get sometimes free ammo, or Jack, who sometimes gets free ammo if you spec him up correctly. So yes. Lastly, we have the attachment, which is this front thing here, not including the barrel. So it's from that bit down, if you can see that there, and what that is going to do is increase weapon damage by 10% while decreasing the fire rate and increasing the recoil of the weapon. So it's just another increase in damage. However, you could also put on there a weapon swap speed increase and reload increase to swap to the weapon quite quickly and help with the reload. So it's 6.7 compared to 7.4. All the rest of the parts are the same on this one. Or you could even put on this shroud thing here, which will increase the missile speed of the weapon. Basically what that's going to do is it's going to mean you can fire it a lot further. It's going to make it a bit more difficult to aim because it goes further, but I've also put a Molowan sight on here to increase the missile speed. So those two things combined means that it goes quite a lot further. quite a lot straighter as well. So it's difficult to aim as easy because it basically just goes up a lot from where you're aiming. So if I aim it here, it should hit the guy, I think. Yeah, so there. That is what that did. Other things you can do is completely change all of the parts, put a bandit grip on it and a bandit, whatever this is, bandit exhaust, a Vladov sight, and this attachment here, and basically the bandit, scav, they're all scav parts. The scav grip and the scav exhaust are going to increase the magazine size of the weapon to 4, so you get 2 shots off. The Vladov sight increasing the fire rate, so you get a slightly faster speed. However, both of these things are going to greatly increase the reload speed of the weapon, I believe. So it's not great because it's a reload speed of 10 compared to a reload speed of 7. It's basically just a long time to reload this weapon. You do get 2 shots off before you're finished with that mag though, so it's not all bad. This is also increasing the magazine size. Increases magazine size, so that's cool. Now back to the important one, the one that I like, which is this one here, and we'll compare it to the same parted purple version, and what you can see is that the damage of the Nukem is super massive compared to the purple one. It's quite high. The fire rate is decreased and the mag size is decreased, and it also consumes 2 ammo per shot compared to 1 ammo per shot. But yes, the damage is what you're going for with the Nukem. It is pretty insane. It's pretty much a nuke. So I'll show it firing here again. I'll see if I can get some good shots off through this door, so you can see it arcs. Goes quite slowly and arcs a little bit, and if you can get it into the middle of a group of enemies, it does a lot of damage. However, the big thing about this is that it has quite a large blast radius. So me shooting it in here, you'll be able to see with this sham on, I'm not dying because it has an absorb chance of 94%. But if you look at my shield in the bottom left there, you'll see that I do get ammo from some of these shots because of the blast radius being so high. So if I stood here and shot into here, if I don't miss properly, if I don't miss and I do shoot properly, you'll probably be able to see. Nope, not that time. Maybe that's too far away, but if you're too close, basically you'll get damaged. So that far away, I got damaged there, or I would have if I didn't have the sham on, and you get a lot of damage on you. So you're likely to go into fight for your life mode. Basically that means it's very good for fight for your life, or for enemies that are further away from you and you kind of aim further up and let it arc a bit further. It's also good for getting enemies from behind cover because of that arc. It's going to arc up and then back down on the enemies, which means you can be out of their fire path. Say if there was an enemy on that bullet vendor there, they couldn't shoot me here, but I'd be able to arc over if there was no roof in the way and possibly hit them if I was good enough. I think that's pretty much it, apart from the fact that this weapon will be affected by grenade damage skills. So if you have a skill that buffs grenade damage, it will buff this weapon as well, which is pretty awesome. And lastly, I didn't actually talk about the prefixes. Those are affected by the attachments. So the derp prefix is from the weapon damage attachment. The fwapper prefix is from the, or probably fwapper, from the weapon swap speed increase. Fiddle-dee is from the, what is that one? That was the missile speed one. And the deeper Nukem is the increase in mag size. There are also a few other ones that I don't have here, but I'm going with the derp one for my favorite version. So in terms of the characters that are going to be good with this weapon, I think your best bet is going to be Claptrap. He has all of those increases in explosive damage, and so he's going to do well with it. Other characters will do good. Do good is not the right word. Do well. They will do well, but usually only in fight for your life mode, as it's great for that mode, but the massive reload speed is not great for the rest of the gameplay. However, actually in saying that, a good character would be Nisha, because she has her reload speed buffs, so you can get a better reload speed out of it, which would be beneficial. So probably Nisha and Claptrap would be good characters, and I'll be using Claptrap for this demonstration that I'm about to do, and you can have a check out of, and I'll tell you about how the weapon is performing. So we're here in Overlook with the Nukem, and I can take out that first guy very easily because I get the arc quite good. However, the second guy I miss, so I bring out the mega nades, which are basically singularity grenades that keep making the singularity happen over and over again until they explode, and I clump up the enemies there, and bam, they are all gone, all in one shot. So that just shows you how much damage this thing puts out and what kind of blast radius it has. That didn't demonstrate the blast radius too much, but it shows you that it does damage heaps in an area around it, so that is quite good. And it keeps doing a heap of damage with Claptrap's explosive buffs, and his launcher subroutine that he's running right now. I keep forgetting my words. So you can see that it works very well with him. It does work well with other characters with the increased damage as well, if you're just wanting to do 1 or 2 shots, and it's great for fight for your life mode as well because of that high blast radius and really massive damage. It's just a one-shot killer as long as you get the shot right. So just here I'm going to try and arc it over the building to kill this guy. I don't actually manage to get the right angles, but I'm just showing that it does arc, and it can be used to your advantage if you're good enough. So yes, if you'd like to read more about this weapon, by the way, you should check out the description just below the like button. I've left a link to the wiki page. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more of these weapon guides for me, and thank you very much for watching.